Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded to this channel. We'll catch up. We will catch up, but I wanted to say hello. I hope you all are doing so good. I wanted to rip the band-aid off for me personally and come back with the tiniest of tiny tidies and just do a little catch-up chat and tell you guys what's been going on the last few months that I've been absent from this particular platform. I have been active over on KDaisy, a little bit over on the vlog channel, but mostly I've been getting myself together. So let's go ahead and talk about the project we'll be doing, and I'll let you know how everything is going. I'll also let you all know that Clover James is doing just fine. He's taking a nap on the couch right now. That's his favorite thing to do in the afternoon. So he is just there sleeping. It's really hot outside, so we're not outside playing today. We did have a walk in the morning, but he's in here with the air conditioning most of the day. So we're in my office today, and I do plan on redoing this space a little bit. I have some paint that I'm going to use to paint the walls pink. I love pink, so we're going to do that. But I do have some Alpha drawers. This, by the way, if you're asking or if you want to know about this shelving unit, which is my desk, this is the Alpha freestanding shelving from the Container Store. I do believe they're kind of discontinuing this whole situation. They did discontinue Alpha Decor as a shelving style, which is really sad, but I still have a bunch, so I use it and love it. So I'm rendering a video for KDaisy right now, and I would like to organize this drawer because it's been kind of a mess for a while, and I have some drawer organizers on the floor ready to be used because these are specially made to go in these. Here's what we're working with. Oops, I don't think I'm gonna have to move this tripod, but this drawer is basically where all of my extra electronic cords are. This is a charger for my phone. Sometimes I grab this when I go other places. I got cleaning cloths in here. I have the back camera monitor in here for when I film short form content. There's a hand lotion and all kinds. This is like where I grab stuff. Most of it is kind of organized, but a lot of it just looks kind of messy when I open the drawer. Also, my partial frustration with this shelving system is that when you open the drawer, not all of the drawer is exposed. See, there's at least what I think is like 6 inches, no, maybe not that much, maybe 5 inches of inaccessible space. I mean, I can reach here with my hand, but I definitely can't see the whole drawer when it's open like that, which is kind of crazy, but we're gonna work with this anyway because I can put the stuff I use less in the back and the stuff I use more in the front, which is the way it's arranged right now, but we're gonna make this look not so terrible. So let's take a quick before shot. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the whole drawer out, so hopefully that won't be too messy. You know what? Gotta take the frame out too. Okay, we got the drawer. It's kind of a mess, and I'm gonna put this on the floor. We're gonna work on the floor. Okay, we are on the floor together. I am a person who, if we're doing these kind of organizing projects, I love to work on the floor. So my first thing that I'll say about this drawer is that, yes, it's messy. I actually use this drawer a lot, and because I have helped people in the past solve these kinds of problems and work with people to prevent this sort of thing, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen to me as well. So I am human just like everyone else, and we're gonna solve this problem, and we're gonna make it look not so scary. So I'm just gonna take everything out. The cords are not that surprising to me. Oh, I have a Nintendo charging cord in here, which is interesting. I think this goes to something on my Switch 2. Oh, Switch 2 Pro Controller. Okay, I did label some of these, so they do. I can tell what they do. Okay, we'll deal with some of that later. I do have a lot of charging cables, and these drawer organizers are really great. I'm gonna rehome them and make them or give them other jobs to do in other spaces. They're super cute. They're from the Container Store. They're pastel colored, and for that reason I really like them, but they don't work great for these drawers because they slide around and they're not really all that space efficient. So we will give those another job. My other thing is that I have been using these hand creams a lot, and I do believe they might be almost empty. So maybe I'll just put those somewhere else for now. So what's been happening? I don't remember the last time I uploaded. I feel like it was in June or maybe even May, because I don't remember. It was months ago. And the longer, if you have a YouTube channel, the longer you go between uploads, the more difficult it is to upload again because you feel like it's been so long and then time keeps going by. And the more time that goes by, the more intimidating a comeback becomes, because then you're like, well, I have to explain my absence and it just feels insurmountable. But in my experience, you just have to sort of rip the Band-Aid off. And I would be remiss if I didn't speak about the basic unrest of the general environment of the United States right now. I live in the United States of America, if you're not familiar with my channel, and it's not something that I am immune to. Like, I feel the things that are happening in our country affect me like they affect everyone. And part of my absence has been dealing with some, not revelations, but some self-discovery that I had that happened to me and affected me in a really cathartic way. And I had to step away and figure out why I was behaving the way I was, not only in my real life, but in my virtual world as well. And it was really hard to take a lens and look at my own life and to be honest about some things. Now, a lot of this work I feel like has been really, really, really positive. However, it affects the way that I wanted to show up for you, because I wanted to be the best version of you. I wanted to be the best version of me for you so that I could help you with your, to have you have the best space that you can have. And I determined that I should wait until I was the most healed version of me that I could have been. And it was really hard for me to accept the reality that even though I was doing okay, that there are parts of my person that could use some TLC. And I'm the kind of person that if I see something, less than optimal going on with myself, I'm just going to organize these cords here. I might actually use this very soon. This is the dummy battery for my camera. That if I see that there's some sort of a problem, especially a problem in regards to productivity or self-esteem, I kind of bulldoze over the problem, but I don't get to a healing place. I'm good at doing things like, oh, you feel badly about yourself? Why don't you, do something scary? And that works really well, right? Because let's be honest, YouTube is a really scary place. Super scary. Because you're putting your home, in my case, in front of a bunch of strangers, thousands of strangers on the internet, to be judged and talked about. And your home is a really intimate place. And a lot of the places that used to be private are now sort of public. And because my channel is about home organizing, my home is public. And it's a really vulnerable place to put your home out there to be judged and for your own, I guess, practices and values to be judged and things like that. And because I was in a place in the past where my self-esteem was fairly fragile, but I was pretending it wasn't. It was a very precarious place for me to exist in. Like, I wanted to act like I wasn't super bothered by, you know, trolls online or negative comments, but at the end of the day, some, you know, a bad comment or like some kind of, any kind of comment that spoke to a little part of me that where I believed it was true really would ruin not only like an entire day, but maybe like a week or a month even. And so I was like, well, what is that? Because, you know, you really shouldn't let that bother you so much. And while I was away, I got an opportunity to figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling about myself, and it kind of righted a lot of what was wrong, and I feel like it's okay for me to show up now. And look, this fits pretty perfectly. It's not super perfect, but it's pretty good. So I want to figure out, like, these are perfect for these tripods here. This is basically a content creator drawer, which is great for me. I love these. I have some small ones too. I took a lot of time away to really think and heal, and I can safely say that I feel very differently about the way that I want to show up here. You know what? These don't fit perfectly in here. I feel like there's a little bit of room on the side here. And I thought these fit really well in, are they meant to fit the other way better? Is that really the thing? Or did I just get bamboozled? Okay, that fits perfectly like that. So they don't all fit, they're not designed to fit any way like perfectly. Like, this is a decent fit, but not perfect. Like, this is almost a perfect fit. See, like that, this is okay. But I do need that long, one. So I feel like I'm gonna take this out and put this long one in here. So as I'm pulling out the drawer is coming this way. So I feel like that will work really well. I can even put like one of those little small ones up here, and that can be used for these little batteries, my Apple Pencil. That's it. This little Apple Pencil thing is for the first iteration of the Apple Pencil. It's the little connector to charge it. This is the dumbest thing Apple ever did. They did correct this design in later Apple machines, but and the extra tip. So I still have my old Apple Pencil just in case my iPad goes down, my iPad Pro. If you don't know, I use that to read sheet music off of at gigs, and the old iPad is my backup in case my new iPad goes down. Seems a little weird, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like these adapters can go towards the back of the, okay, that's good. I like the way that that's looking. These can go back towards the rear of the drawer since I don't think that I use them that much. Yeah, those look good there. And then these are mics. This can go right here. These are SD cards and batteries. I feel like they can also go here, but they can't fit there. Can it fit here? No. Oh, that fits, but like, it doesn't look good. But does that matter? I don't know. I feel like instead of this big one, I want to put 2 of these tinier ones and see how that goes, because I have some Aquaphor and lip balm, I guess. Or am I better off using one of these tiny ones? That might be the move. Do I have a one shorter one? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I bought a shorter one to go, or if they make a size that goes there. So maybe I'm better off like having these next to one another. Because I only have one more of these right now. I do have several of these downstairs that I used for a different project. Dang it. Okay, maybe this is not necessary. Maybe I can still use just the one, and I can have See, this is the fun part of these projects, is figuring out what's going on with this. I feel very inarticulate making this video. It's difficult to talk about what I've been going through because I don't want to be too specific and get too deep with all of this because I just feel like that's not appropriate for this channel. But I want to say, and if you're very curious, I did make a couple of videos on my vlog channel. If you're very curious about specifically what's been going on, but I will say that the music part of my career is oddly going very well. Maybe I won't say oddly. It's going well, and I feel like I'm working a lot more than I ever have in my entire life, and I feel like more confident in my artistry than I've ever felt. I've been having so much fun, and you know, trying to take advantage of the fact that I'm lucky enough to get paid and pay taxes on the fees that I earn as a singer here in Boston. But the things that I've been not ruminating on, but reflecting on are very heavy. And it's been taking me a while to sort of get my thoughts together about why I had to take a little bit of a respite from this content, because I didn't want to come to this channel and be an inauthentic version of someone. Not that I was pretending in other videos, that was me, but I was not the version of myself that I am right now. And I would like to give to you the best version of myself that I can give to you, and for that I had to take a little bit of time to figure out how I wanted to come back on camera. And so for those of you that stayed subscribed, I love you, and thank you so much for believing in me and sticking it out. I guess I have nothing to say to those who left because they're not here anymore, but I'm so grateful for those who came to see me and hung out with me on KDaisy. We have a lot of fun over there. If you haven't been over there to the gaming channel, it's very chill. But it's just been a journey, and I wanted to catch you all up and let you know that I'm fine. And that a lot of my old content is this. Like, a lot of the stuff in my home did get a little bit disorganized while I was taking a time out to figure out what was going on in my life. And if you'll allow me, I think the best choice for me right now is to take you through my journey of repairing a lot of that disorder. When you are in a bad place, or not, I wasn't in a bad place, but I was in a place where I was doing a lot of thinking. These are coasters. I don't know what to do with these, because I feel like if they're in the drawer, I'm not going to touch them. And I do use them, but because I drink at my desk a lot, not like alcohol, but like tea and water and stuff. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with these. I don't know if the drawer is the best place for these, so we'll put those aside. But also USB-C. It's a USB-C box. I've never opened this box since I put these in here, so maybe boxing up these kinds of things isn't the best idea. Why do I have... This is USB-C to USB-C. This is USB-A to USB-C. USB-A to USB-C. You know what? These cords in a box, not gonna help me. So I think I'm gonna find another place for those, because these little tiny cords in a box, these are fine because I hardly ever use these. I use these to charge my Wii U controller and some other things sometimes, and these have been fine in here. and I've been grabbing these when I need them, but only because the containers are so, the things in the container are so small that it's not great to have them out just free rolling around the drawer. So this has been working for me, but this has not. And you know, I really feel like showing the reality of setting up an organizing system and having it not be successful is more realistic than showing an organization system that you set up and pretending it's been successful when it hasn't. Again, I'm human just like every one of you, and not every system that I set up for myself works perfectly the first time. Sometimes I need to zhuzh stuff around so that it works better for me. I think that there's a number of things I did not put back in this drawer. I will maybe put these little microfiber cloths back in because I use those to clean my glasses. So I'll just shove those back in there. And I think I'm ready. I think this is it. This is a dummy battery just in case I need to hook my camera that you're watching right now up to a battery so that I can film for hours and hours and not have to worry about changing the battery, because the Sony cameras, they eat up batteries. Like I could be filming for, oh man, 30 minutes and all of a sudden the battery will go down very suddenly. So I have that around, and I also have an extra battery if I need to grab it right there. You know what, this is fine. And then I have this to carry with me when I go out to make content. It's a tripod. So you can put your phone here, and it can get up to 6 feet tall. And this is another phone tripod that I like to have. And this is actually for the phone as well. Should I put this in because it's like for the phone, so it's all in one place? I just don't like how it's all. I don't like that though. So maybe I'll just put that where it lives. This is a monitor for the back of your phone, because the camera that is on the back of your phone, rather than the front camera, is superior, but you can't see the frame that you're filming if you're looking at the back camera. Like if I'm filming myself with my back camera, I can't see what I look like, whether I'm in frame or something. So this is a little thing that mirrors your screen so you can see what you look like. Did I explain that well? I don't know if I did. Oh, I feel like I need to put this back. This is an AC adapter for my cell phone or my iPad, and this is something I throw in my bag when I go somewhere. So I feel like it can live either, I want it to live, this is also a travel adapter. This is the one I use for my iPad. So I feel like they should live together because they're both the same. But, so maybe one goes here and one goes here, and then I find another place for these. Do I really need to have this and this here? I don't, because this is just a brick and there's a home for this. And this is my Apple Watch charger. I don't need to have that in here. So that can go to another place because I have more cords in another place, believe it or not. So these are the cords I use most often. These are like USB-C, regular USB cables. This is what I charge most of my devices with. And these I use pretty often. I like to have them sort of contained because it looks neater. And I think this is it. I think if it's just these two things in here, that's totally fine. All right, now that I've got the configuration, I'm going to take the stickers off and we'll put the drawer back in, and we'll be done with our project. Like any small project, I feel like is a good way to jump in if you want to organize a space. So that is what I recommend, because this took how long? 20 minutes? Not long at all. And so totally doable, small space, makes you feel like you got something accomplished, gives you a little bit of good momentum, because any movement you can make in your life is good movement. And I am honestly having a hard time practicing what I preach, but even, I should take the skew off as well. Even the even the messiest of movements are better than standing still. And admittedly, I've been kind of in a functional freeze. And I was feeling incredibly overwhelmed, especially since so much time had passed since I uploaded, like, what do you want to see? There were times when I felt like, this is a very vulnerable thing to say, but I'll say it anyway. There were a lot of times where I feel like I don't really know what I'm talking about. No one was, is going to take me seriously. I didn't have anything to say that I had not said before. And the thing that's really frustrating about content creation is that I actively have ideas and I'm writing scripts all the time. I have a whole stack on my desk right now of scripts that I've printed from Notion, and I will in an afternoon sit and write and rewrite these scripts. And I even got down to filming an entire video about containers because I'm an organizing channel and I like containers, right? But I wanted to be very mindful about how, the things I said in the video, because I didn't want to promote needless consumerism, but I feel like there is a place on the internet for that kind of information. Like if you're going to purchase a container, what to look for, how to choose one, before you go out and just buy everything, because that's usually the problem I found with clients is they would want to get organized and they would just go to the container store where I got these and buy they would willy-nilly buy containers, and I really wanted to offer my thoughts on how to mindfully consume these containers or consume to buy organizing products, which you don't necessarily need, but they can be helpful in certain situations. And I filmed the video and started editing while I was away on a gig and got 45 minutes into the edit and then realized 45 minutes was a long time for me to be talking about containers. And there was just a lot of jibber jabber and I scrapped the whole thing. So I do feel like it's still a video that I'd like to make, but if you will allow me a little more time, I would love to try to film it again and make a better version of that video so that, it will be good for you to see and not some jibber jabbery word salad mess that I got 45 minutes into the edit. And that's really sad for me. Like editing takes a long time. It really does. And I'm going to do minimal editing on this video just for the sake of simplicity of getting it up and published and ripping the Band-Aid off for me. But it was really sad for me to get 45 minutes into that edit and realize that I was not going to be able to publish the video. And so that sort of started the spiral of, oh gosh, I don't really know what I'm doing. And, again, I want to be so real and say that I am a human being just like everyone else and have a lot of the same, issues and go through all of the human stuff as everyone else. And I think that in the interest of the health of this channel and the health of you out there who are viewing this content and want to get organized and want to have your home look neat, that it's best viewed from a realistic lens from somebody who's going to be real with you. I'm not going to be doing, aesthetic stocking, restocking, and I'm not going to come and pretend, not that this was happening in the past, but pretend that I know everything. But I've helped enough people to where I think what I have to offer is helpful for some of you. So I hope that you're ready for the content to go back to its roots, which is me sort of getting my life together. Because again, I have not had my life together in terms of home organization for the last few months. My musical life and my self-esteem and personal life has been thriving and growing, and the personal growth has been fantastic, but my home has suffered as a result of these things. And so I'd love to take you on the journey of getting the spaces back together again. And this is the first step, first step. So let's put the drawer back. Okay. That's great. Here's what it looks like now. It's pretty organized, although I do miss the colors, admittedly. So I may find it in me to put a little fun liner at the bottom so that I get some colors. Actually, that's a really great idea. I have some wallpaper that I used in my hair cabinet. That might have been the last video I uploaded and I might put it at the bottom. But for now, I'm just going to leave it and see how I feel about it. It looks quite cool, actually, when it's clear. It's kind of like the glass floor or something. This man is still sleeping. Still sleeping. So that's the video. I think I'm going to go. I have a number of videos planned and scripted. I kept saying to you, I have a whole thing of scripts here and video plans, and I feel like 50% of these are good and 50% of them might need a little bit of editing. Anyway, I'm here. I've deeply, 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 deeply missed this organizing content. I just needed to take some time to get my heart, mind, and soul together while I figured some things out. I figured a lot of things out, had a lot of really hard talks with myself, and am pretty much in a really great place. Even though I feel like things are falling apart around me, I have a lot of clarity about what's going on in here. And so hoping that translates to what I'm putting out there to you all. Clover is saying that I should end the video and we should go. So I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.